Well, it's Friday afternoon, this May the 29th. Time to wrap it up. We came in this morning wanting to sell 25s to 30s. We lowered that down to 20 to 25, and that gave us the first trade of the day. And really, that was, you were engaged in the market in the 16 area, and that just got you 3 points. The trading was pretty choppy. We were able to break even on this trade. Ended up losing a tick because of order entry. This S trade gives you a small winner. This S trade right here gives you the winner. B, small winner. You're already in the trade. This S right here, if you took that trade, would have been a loser. Retest failure trade right here, plus. Retest failure trade right here, plus. This S trade right here, probably a scratch, maybe make a point. And you engage the market right here, scratch plus. You engage the market right there. You had 4 bars to scratch it. Retest failure. I thought we were going to close the market in the 11-12 area. We still might, but they ran it down pretty darn good to 2103. Get a higher low, retest failure here. So the big guys are playing in the 50 lot trader is clearly who is supporting the market. They just don't let, and they've been on the buy side ever since the low of the day was set. In fact, they started getting long on this bar right here. And they've been pretty successful in supporting the market. So we've been calling for a close in the 11 to 12 area. We'll see if it happens. Still looks pretty reasonable to me. So not a bad day. Could have had a couple of small losses, several small gains, but we had a 21.10 to 12 buy and a 21.05 7 buy. The 10 to 12 area held briefly. The 5 to 7 area right in here, you're able to engage the market just below 5. So reasonable trading. Looking at the F1 screen, an outside day with potentially a weak finish would tell us we'd be looking for a place to sell it. Got a higher high and a lower low, so we're kind of testing the bottom of the trading range. Oh, that screen, because it's an outside day, would tell you that we've got a trading range coming Monday, the first day of June, the first month of the third quarter of the second quarter. Okay, got all the volume in the top part of this distribution. We are trying to trade lower, so probably right in there. Maybe a B TPOs, a P off the volume. It's hard to say, but because of this tail up here, if we can close it below the 21.10-11 area, would definitely lean B. So right now, if we were to close right here at 9, we'd be trying to sell 4s, 14 to 16, then 19 to 21. On the buy side, 2100, 2102, that's where support is. And down into our high volume area, 95 to 97. Okay, looking at the 10-year. The F1 screen really can't get much out of that because we dropped about a point on the roll to September. So if we were looking at the June contract, it would be a buy. Looking at the September contract, it's a pretty strong P. But we find ourselves again in that situation where we've got resistance starting anywhere from 24 or 28. So we're going to have resistance 24, 28. We close the gap right here at 26.5. So a structural sell would be at 26. Make it 23, 27 for sell 1. 31 to 03 for sell 2. And I don't know, when I sit here talking about this, when I talk about getting short the financials, it's, you know, you can see it, and the structure and stuff, when it is a down day or does this, it supports the lower days, says sell it. But you know, at the back of your stomach, there's this uneasiness of setting a big time short because of the Ukraine, because of the Middle East, because of Greece. And I think the big players are in that situation too, because of the shortage in the repo market. There's a lot of reasons out there that say don't be in too big a hurry to get short, no matter what the Fed says. Okay, the breakout came at 14, so for Globex 13 to 17, we'll probably adjust that lower come Monday, and then our 5 to 9 for buy 2. And it's the same way in crude. Yes, the world is awash in crude. And yes, we produce more than we're using. But what the hell's going to happen in the Middle East? What's going to happen in the Persian Gulf? I mean, if you're sitting here just kind of looking at all these events, Chinese threatening in the South China Sea, arming up their, what they now are called sandcastles. Isn't that cute until you have to go take them back from them. What's going on all over Africa? It's just, you're not really super comfortable being short crude unless you can deliver in, although most people and most players in the fundamentals tell you that crude's going to trade lower. It's just, I think a lot of the specs are probably out of the market. Okay, the knob spread came in a little today, not a whole lot, but it did come in. Got a lot of range to play with, definitely a strong P. Volume is up here. We talked about this as an attractor. And structurally, this was a pretty good sell, and this was a pretty good buy. And the market's honoring those points. So 55.28, 55.22, we're at 10. So maybe 19s to 23s, sell 1. 31 to 03, sell 2. On the buy side, 1 to 5. And then our 21 to 25 for buy 2. I don't think we'll get to our number 2 spots in Globex, but we might have a shot at it on Monday. We do have some news, but didn't have any estimates. Personal spending, personal income. The focus will be ISM manufacturing. Gold. What are we going to do with that one? Actually, a pretty quiet week for gold. And here we sit, a higher low, higher high. Got this attractor up here at 97.98. I think we're probably headed for that. So had pretty good selling above 12.05. We've had pretty good buying below 11.85. That's a $20 range. And it hadn't been a very volatile market. If I can find the... So volume 97, sell 95s, 97s, and then 1200, 1202. It's where resistance is. Supports 85, 87. No magic here, no super insights on the market, just where support and resistance happen to lie. Big picture, buyers below 85, sellers above 1205. And crude oil, real strong rally. Still haven't found anything that lets me or explains the rally in crude. Again, I just think that the spec side of the market isn't really willing to step up the plate and get short crude oil yet. The people that can deliver in, the guys that I talked to down in Houston that are in the cash market, not the futures, they think the price is headed lower, but you know, we got a $3 rally in crude today. Could be end of the month, just as simple as that. So definitely look for a place to buy it or sell failure to make new highs. Strong market, so we'd expect a pause day, so we're going to be sellers 50 to 75 and 61, 61 and a quarter. The idea we got a pause day coming, starting in London. On the buy side, 60 is where we are. Last rotate stopped at 59.50, so 59.50, 59.75, buy one. And then 59, 59 and a quarter, buy two. And after the fact, maybe we'll find some plausible reason for all the buying today. But my guess is it's probably end of the month profit taking. Okay, next week is a way for the European Union and Greece to figure out how to kick the can down the road one more time. The euro tends to rally when a deal is imminent or about to be done. I think the best sell comes on whenever this next deal is done. Then able to set a short. Pretty clean break right here in the 10, 10 and a quarter area. Off the screen. Definitely dealing with a B. And the long term, it's in the long term interest for Brussels and for Frankfurt and for the European Central Bank to push the euro down so they can export their goodies to more people than themselves. Get it outside of the EU. So we have a P, but volume is below the point of control, and that usually is not a good sign. So basically selling 110s and then selling 20s to 30s. On the buy side, this 50 to 60, and then 20 to 30. And I think the short side is the more comfortable side to play it from. Y'all have a great weekend. It's been a shortened week, but it does feel like Friday to me. So I'm going to enjoy myself this weekend.